This short video is brought to you by Midcare Advisory Services Limited. I'm Disha Mishra and I'm a geopolitical intelligence analyst with the Predictive Risk Intelligence team at Midcare. In this video, I'll talk about the instability caused in Myanmar due to the military coup of February 2021. I shall start the video by shedding some light on how the conditions incubated into the coup, how the public reacted to it, the steps taken by Myanmar's military to curb the protest, and its widespread condemnation on an international platform. In my final segment, I'm going to focus on the impact of the coup, what the current situation is, and what it could lead to. It was only a decade ago that Myanmar started democratic reforms. But the elections in November 2020 unfolded a series of events which led to political turmoil in the country. The coup came after weeks of rising tension between the military and the civilian government over allegations of mass voting fraud. Aung San Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy party, aka NLD, won the elections by a large margin. However, the military demanded the authorities to investigate the allegations of voting fraud. Later on 28 January 2021, Myanmar's Election Commission rejected all allegations by the military about the outcome of the 2020 election. Thereafter, on 29 January, the military signaled that it could seize power to settle its claim of irregularities in the election. Consequently, on 1 February, the ruling party was deposed by Myanmar's military, stating that they consider the November 2020 elections as invalid and intend to hold a new election. The major steps taken by the military were they detained hundreds of members of parliament along with their de facto leader Aung San Suu Kyi, putting them under house arrest. The power was transferred to Commander-in-Chief of Defence Services Min Aung Hlaing, and a state of emergency was proclaimed for a year. After the coup, several demonstrations were witnessed across Myanmar, which brought about a civil disobedience movement in the country. It rapidly spread and gained popularity across the region. Many journalists, monks, celebrities, and influencers came forward in the support of the protest. A three-finger salute was adopted as a protest symbol, and many campaigns were launched where protesters honked horns and banged pans to show their discontent towards the military. The military responded by arresting several activists and journalists who were supporting the protest. The security forces opened fire against the protesters, killing and injuring many. Social media platforms and media channels have been blocked throughout the country. Army personnel continues to be deployed across the country to suppress any uprising against the military. Countries across the globe have condemned the military takeover and its subsequent crackdown. They visualize the situation as a blow to Myanmar's democratic reform. US President Joe Biden announced a series of sanctions on the military leaders of Myanmar. International organizations such as the UN and ASEAN have urged parties in Myanmar to initiate dialogue from both sides. India also expressed deep concerns, saying that the rule of law and the democratic process must be upheld. China has given a mixed reaction, as it blocked a UN Security Council statement that condemned the coup but backed calls for the release of Aung San Suu Kyi as well as a return to democratic norms. Due to the ongoing demonstrations, the country witnessed instability that impacted the FMCG and technology sectors operating in the country. Various embassies and foreign governments have issued advisories to their citizens to refrain from traveling to Myanmar. Even the country's biggest international airport in Yangon has been closed since the coup. Moreover, the coup and the subsequent protest caused severe disruption to Myanmar's public health response to COVID-19. The testing system and vaccine deployment collapsed in February 2021. The consequences of the coup were not only limited to Myanmar, but it also majorly impacted its neighboring countries. Myanmar is at the intersection of India's Neighbourhood First and Act East policy, as it acts as a land bridge connecting South and Southeast Asia. As such, any instability in Myanmar hampers connectivity in the region. The rising atrocities against the citizens of Myanmar have also led to a mass influx of refugees into the neighbouring countries, impacting their security. Now, as the army has taken control, it extended a nationwide ceasefire from 1st June to 30th June in order to negotiate with armed ethnic organizations for lasting peace. Meanwhile, Myanmar's military has been using helicopter gunships and artillery barrages to attack Damoso in the northern part of Karenni state. Recently, Aung San Suu Kyi has been presented before the court against the charges of violating COVID-19 rules and election frauds, etc. Any actions against her can again cause unrest across the country, causing socio-political instability amid the worsening pandemic situation. Businesses in Myanmar may face significant risk in the absence of a stable and secure environment. The current situation has the potential to escalate anytime soon, which will further impact business operations and economic growth across the region. In this manner, the country is slowly turning into an unfavorable place for businesses. That's all for now. For more detailed analysis on geopolitical issues across the world, read our reports that are posted on LinkedIn frequently and subscribe to MidCat's Predictive Risk Intelligence Services.